Today we are talking about word problems. When you're dealing with word problems, there are four, what we call in math, operations that you can do. Operations. An operation is either addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. These are the four operations. In the operation of addition, in the word problem, you will usually have groups that you combine together. So it'll tell you how much is in one group, and it'll tell you that that person got another group, or that they had these two separate groups of things and they want you to put them together. In the operation of subtraction, they give you a total of something, and they usually take away in one of the groups, and they usually take away what's in another group. So you're looking for that kind of information. In a multiplication operation, they usually have three parts: the groups, the number in each group, and then the total. Usually in this multiplication word problem, they will tell you the groups, what's in each group, and then they ask you for the total. So that's usually the question. In a division problem, they give you the total, and then they break that total down into groups, and either they ask you for the number in groups, or they have a total, they break down into the number in each group, and then they ask you for how many groups. So we have two word problems here today that we're going to work out together. Okay? So it says, Treonte has 15 candy bars. He wants to put them into 5 bags and tries to put the same number of candy bars in each bag. So when we're looking at this problem, first we're going to figure out what the question could be. What could they be asking us? Well, we can do that by figuring out what is missing, what don't we know. What we do know is we know that he has 15 candy bars. So that's total. We know the total amount that he has. So either this problem is going to end up being a division word problem, or I'm going to have to do some subtraction inside of this word problem. It says he wants to put them into 5 bags. So right there, when they're telling you he wants to put them in these bags, when I think about that, I'm thinking about groups. He wants to take his total and put them into. Now, this is a clue. It tells us he wants to put the same number. If I know division is splitting something equally and he wants to put the same number, then I know that I'm dividing these equally. So the question that they would probably ask me, if I know the total, then I know how many groups there are. I don't know the number in each group. So that's going to end up being my question. So I'm going to try to figure out how many are in each group. So in order for me to solve this, the first thing I want to do is draw a picture. And here's a tape diagram. I know that I have 5 bags. So I'm going to make 4 lines, 2, 3, and 4. That'll give me 5 spaces. And I know that I need to share 15 candy bars equally. So for this portion, I know that I'm going to put 1 in each group as if I'm dealing out cards until I get to the total. So I'm going to do that now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to continue until I make it to 15, putting 1 in each group. When I finish that, I can see that I was able to put 3 in each group. So my tape diagram will look a little bit like this. 3 in each group. I know the total is 5, and I knew that I had 5 groups, so that my answer is 3. So I could write it 15 divided by 5 equals 3. 15 divided by 5 equals 3. Or 15 divided by 5 equals 3. And so another kind of problem we're going to work on really quickly today is a 2-step word problem. So in the 2-step word problem, it says Stefan has a $20 bill. He buys 6 squirt guns for $3 each. How much money does Stefan have left? So what they want us to know is how much money does Stefan have left? Now, what do I know that is going to answer this question? I know that what he started out with, and I know he started out with $20. I know that he wants to buy something that costs $3. I don't know what he spent, which means I have to figure that out. I know he bought 6 squirt guns for $3 each. So what it seems to me is before I figure out how much change he has left, I have to figure out how much he spent. And before I figure out how much that is, I have to put, in order to figure out how much he spent, I have to put together how much was the cost of what he bought. So he has 6 squirt guns here, and they cost $3 each. So I know the number of groups, which is the squirt guns, and I know how much each. Each squirt gun costs 3. So here I am with the tape diagram. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I use 5 lines to make 6 groups. It's always one less line. And then I'm going to put 3 in each group, because when I put 3 in each group, I'm sharing it equally, but I did not know the total of this. And so that's when I'm trying to figure out total. So I can do it by skip counting. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So I know that I have 18 total dollars. And so that tells me exactly what Stephon spent. If I was going to write equation, well, I know that I had 6 groups here, which represents the squirt guns. I know that in each group I have 3, which represents the amount for each squirt gun. And I know I have $18, which is what it all costs. But I have not answered the question, and this is what makes it a 2-part question. I have not told how much change. So here they give me the total of what he has, and I'm taking away what he spent. So I know that that fits under my subtraction problem. So now I'm going to take the $20 that he has and subtract the $18 that he spent, and I'm going to calculate what is left, which is 2. If I was going to make a tape diagram to represent this, 20 would be my whole. I know that he has 18, that he spent 18, and here's figuring it out. So this is my tape diagram to represent that. We want to practice that. Reading it, drawing a picture to represent it, write an equation, and solving it. And that is word problem.